Hey there, welcome to Chris's Texas Sports Podcast. I'm Chris, by the way. Today, look ahead to the football games for this weekend for the Texas colleges. Look back at the 1983-1984 Dallas Mavericks basketball team. Look at the 1968 Bluebonnet Bowl game between SMU and Oklahoma. The first Bluebonnet Bowl game to carry the name Astro-Bluebonnet Bowl, as it was the first Bluebonnet Bowl game that was played in the Astrodome. Plus, I'll tell you about a Oilers game I watched that was on Monday Night Football that I found on YouTube. But first, the Houston Texans have released their 2024 season hype video. On the Texans website, columnist John McClain wrote that their defense needs to contain Colts running back Jonathan Taylor in the game on Sunday. In Cowboys news, quarterback Dak Prescott says he wants to be the one to finally bring a Super Bowl back to the Cowboys. He said he wants to win it. I guess that's what he was talking about. In Astros news, Astros outfielder Kyle Tucker is set to come back tonight against the D-backs. The Astros open a series against the D-backs tonight. They got swept by the Reds in Cincinnati. The series against the D-backs is the start of a 6-game homestand. The Rangers put All-Star shortstop Corey Seager on the IL and called up outfielder Sandro Fabian from AAA Round Rock. They took 2 out of 3 in a series with the Yankees. They beat the Angels 3-1 last night to start a 4-game series. The number 1 Texas Lady Longhorn volleyball team beat Indiana in 3 sets Thursday. The Lady Longhorns cross-country runner Olivia Howell has earned SEC Runner of the Week honors. She may be the first UT athlete to get SEC honors. U of H track athlete Michelle Mouton has won gold as part of the 4x400 meter relay team at the World Athletics Under 20 Championships last Saturday. In summer news, legendary Rice baseball coach Wayne Graham passed away at the age of 88. Coach Graham led the Owls to the school's first national championship when they won the 2003 College World Series. The NFL season kicked off last night. The Chiefs beat the Ravens 27-20 in a back-and-forth game. An apparent touchdown by the Ravens at the end of regulation was called back when the receiver was ruled out of bounds. The Chiefs are trying to be the first team to win 3 straight Super Bowls. The Packers play the Eagles tonight in Brazil on Peacock. That's the first NFL game in Brazil or South America in general. In college football, Texas plays at Michigan on Saturday. The Longhorns are ranked number 3 going into the game. This is the first time the two storied programs have played each other in the regular season. The last time they played each other was in the 2005 Rose Bowl after the 2004 season. Houston plays at Oklahoma on Saturday. Baylor plays at Utah Saturday. Rice hosts Texas Southern Saturday. SMU hosts BYU tonight. TCU hosts Long Island on Saturday. Texas Tech plays at Washington State on Saturday. Texas A&M hosts McNeese State on Saturday. North Texas hosts Stephen F. Austin Saturday. Texas State hosts UT San Antonio Saturday. And UTEP hosts Southern Utah on Saturday. In FCS action, Abilene Christian hosts West Georgia on Saturday. Houston Christian hosts Charlton State on Saturday. Incarnate Word plays at South Dakota State on Saturday. Lamar hosts Mississippi Valley Saturday. Sam Houston plays at Central Florida on Saturday. Texas A&M Commerce plays at UC Davis on Saturday. Prairie View plays at Northwestern State on Saturday. In Division II, Angelo State plays at Emporia State on Saturday. Colorado State plays at Eastern New Mexico Saturday. UT Permian Basin plays at Colorado State Pueblo on Saturday. In D3, East Texas Baptist hosts LaGrange College tonight. Austin College plays at Kalamazoo on Saturday. UMHB plays at Bethel on Saturday. Hardin-Simmons plays at Howard Payne Saturday in American Southwest Conference action. McMurray plays at Southwestern Saturday. And Texas Lutheran plays at Trinity on Saturday. In NAIA action, Texas College hosts Westgate Christian on Saturday. Texas Wesleyan plays at Ottawa University, Arizona Saturday in Sooner Athletic Conference action. Wayland Baptist plays at North American Saturday at 7. In JUCO action, Wynn hosts TWA on Saturday. And Cisco hosts Coffeyville Community College also on Saturday. And of course in the NFL, the Texans play at the Colts while the Cowboys play at the Browns. Next, we'll look back at the 1983-1984 Dallas Mavericks. Here's a look at the 1983-1984 Dallas Mavericks. It was the Mavericks' fourth season in the NBA. They were led by head coach Dick Motta, who had been there the whole 4 who had been the only coach they had at that time. They played their games at Reunion Arena in downtown Dallas. It was the first time I followed them. I listened to their games on WBAP Radio AM 820. They had a record of 43-39 and finished second in the Midwest Division. They beat the Supersonics in the first round, then lost to the Lakers in the second round. They drafted Dale Ellis from Tennessee with the 9th pick and Derek Harper from Illinois with the 11th pick. Harper went on to become one of the franchise's great players. Small forward Mark Aguirre became the franchise's first All-Star. Other players on the Mavericks included guard Orlando Blackman, guard Brad Davis, center Pat Cummings, and forward Jay Vincent. Next, new old Oilers game I found on YouTube. Well, I told you I watched the game between the Houston Oilers and the Miami Dolphins on YouTube. The game was played on November 5th, 1979 at the Orange Bowl in Miami. It was on Monday Night Football with Frank Gifford, Howard Cosell, and Don Meredith. It had commercials and promos for ABC shows. Some of the commercials were a Firestone spot with James Stewart, a Black & Decker spot with the Cowboys Hall of Famer Bob Lilly, a Buick spot for an electric car in 1979, a Skull spot with Earl Campbell, a promo for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders being on the Love Vote the following Saturday. The teams that played the year before in Houston also on Monday Night Football. The Oilers won the game 35-30, and what was the breakout performance by Earl Campbell. The Oilers were coached by Bum Phillips, and the Dolphins were coached by Don Shula. One wore his cowboy hat. He never wore it in the Astrodome. He said his mama taught him you don't wear your hat indoors. Other players for the Oilers, of course, were quarterback Dan Pastorini, fullback J.C. Wilson, safety Vernon Perry, and kicker Tony Frisch. Players for the Dolphins were quarterback Bob Greasy, running back Larry Zonka, and wide receiver Jimmy Stuffalo. Bob Greasy wore glasses in the game. I read in a book that I had got around that time about the great quarterbacks in the NFL back then. I don't know if you remember, you would get, those of us old enough to remember, every month at school you get a little paper, uh, pamphlet or something where you could which had a list of books on it, and you could order some books, and that's where I got that book from. Anyway, it said that he had started wearing the glasses a few years before that. I was still living in Houston back then. I had just turned 10. Both teams ran the ball early on. They were talking about Earl Campbell dealing with a bruised thigh. They also showed on the PSAs they would show back then, on not only there but also on NBC and CBS's telecast for the United Way, which had NFL players in it. The Oilers won the game 9-6. It was all field goals. Tony Frisch kicked 3 for the Oilers, while Uwe von Schamann kicked 2 for the Dolphins. They showed Bum Phillips being interviewed by famous Houston radio sportscaster Barry Warner. Next, we look back at the first Astro-Bluebonnet Bowl. Okay, the 1968 Astro-Bluebonnet Bowl played on New Year's Eve, 1968. It was played in the Astrodome in Houston for the first time. It had been played at Rice Stadium since the first Bluebonnet Bowl game was played after the 1959 season. It matched the SMU Mustangs against the Oklahoma Sooners. The Mustangs were coached by Hayden Fry, while the Sooners were coached by Chuck Fairbanks. SMU finished 1968 at 7-3 with a 5-2 record in the Southwest Conference. The Ponies were ranked number 14 in the AP and number 16 in the coaches poll. Oklahoma finished the season at 7-4 with a 6-1 record in the Big 8. The Sooners got on the board first on an 8-yard touchdown run by quarterback Bob Warmack, but Warmack went down in the second quarter with a torn ACL. The score at halftime was Oklahoma 7, SMU 0. Mike Richardson put SMU on the board on a 1-yard touchdown run, but the point after failed, so that left the score at Oklahoma 7, SMU 6. Oklahoma scored again on a halfback option pass from Steve Owens to Johnny Barr. That brought the score to Oklahoma 14, SMU 6 as they went into the fourth quarter. SMU tied the game when quarterback Chuck Hickson made a 2-point conversion after he threw a touchdown pass to wide receiver Jerry Levias. The score is now SMU 14, Oklahoma 14. SMU took the lead when Richardson scored another touchdown. I don't have his first name here. Anyway, that was now SMU 21, Oklahoma 14. Oklahoma tied it when quarterback Mickey Ripley, who had replaced Warmack, threw a touchdown pass to Bob Denton. That tied the score again at 21 apiece. After SMU linebacker Bruce Portillo intercepted a pass by Ripley in the Sooners territory, Hickson threw a touchdown pass to Ken Fleming with 3 minutes left in the game. That brought the score to SMU 28, Oklahoma 21. Oklahoma came with one on a touchdown pass from Ripley to Barr. Ripley tried a 2-point conversion pass to take the lead, but failed. That left the score SMU 28, Oklahoma 27. The Sooners converted an onside kick and got within field goal range, but a kick by Sooners kicker Bruce Durr went wide as time ran out. It was Mike Richardson who scored that touchdown that gave SMU the lead at that time, 21-14. Anyway, SMU wouldn't get to another bowl game until the 1980 Holiday Bowl. Coach Hayden Fry would take Iowa to the 1982 Rose Bowl after the 1981 season. Of course, SMU, that was during the Pony Express era when they made it to the 80 Holiday Bowl. We all know what happened there. And after that, Oklahoma would play in the Astro-Bluebonnet Bowl again in 1970, where they would tie Alabama 24-24. Well, I guess I'll let you go now. We'll be back Monday with a roundup of the college football action and Week 1 of the NFL, the Texans and the Cowboys, plus the rest of the action in the NFL. My name is Chris Carlisle. I want to thank you for checking out my podcast. Leave a like and a rating. Follow and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time.